And I think everyone should do it. Everyone can spread good. And if everyone spreads a little bit of good, the impact on society, compound impact, is massive. And I think, inshallah, you're planning to post more and more, right?
Inshallah. What are you most afraid of? What keeps you up at night?
It's a deep question. I think for me, it doesn't keep me up at night, but I would say that not doing enough for the people that I love, right? And when I say the people I love, of course, my family, my friends, right? But also the extended ummah, right? Because we're one ummah, we're one group. And I feel that, it's a duty upon every single one of us to try and have as much of a positive impact as possible. So I think for me, if I was to look at my life and be like, I've failed, it would be looking at a life where I've not had enough of an impact on those that are around me, right? And the general community. Because the thing is, like we have been put on this earth as, it's been entrusted to us by Allah, right? And we have a responsibility towards it. And therefore, I would say for me, it's basically not doing enough, right? And I think that's probably why I was so driven from a young age, because I wanted to do a lot. And I was always in a hurry. I was always like, I want to do it fast, right? And I think that as I've got older and alhamdulillah, I've matured a bit, I've realized that do what you can and rely on Allah, right? Like the thing is, you can put as much work as you want in. At the end of the day, your path and what you do is going to be chosen by Allah, right? And don't neglect acts of worship because you think that it's not going to allow you to do something. Remember, the more that you do for Allah, the more that Allah is going to give you. Never neglect. I had this mentality when I was younger. I was like, wait, how am I going to start memorizing the Quran and then work on my business? How am I going to pray in the mosque regularly and work on my business? I mean, that mentality is flawed, because at the end of the day, the success and blessing comes from your Lord. So how can you think for a second, how can I do worship and not get success, right? We hear it in the adhan. Hayya ala salah, hayya ala falah. Come to prayer, come to success. We hear it several times a day. How many times do people hear the call to prayer and they don't go pray, right?
Yeah.
Go pray, you'll get success, inshallah.
Allah puts barakah in your time as well when you do these things.
100%. And any acts of worship, Allah puts more barakah in your time. So always try and increase in your acts of worship over time, inshallah.